So next naman sa phase 3, we will focus more on risk management. So ano bang ibig sabihin ng risk management? Risk management means na meron kang certain risk appetite per trade. Okay? An example of that is you will see a lot of traders recommend na mag-stick to kunyari 1% risk exposure, 2% risk exposure. So ano yung meaning niyan? Risk exposure na yan. Basically, risk exposure refers to magkano ang max stop loss mo or magkano yung max na matatalo mo kada trade. So for example, meron kang account balance of $1K. And let's say for example lang, 2% ang iyong risk exposure kasi this will be subjective. This depends on the person. So let's say 2% ang risk exposure nyo. Ano ba ang 2% ng 1,000? 2% ng 1,000 ay nasa 20. So what does that mean? That means kada trade mo, ang max na pwede mong italo ay $20 lang. So kung lumampas ka ng $20, let's say umabot ng $30 yan, edi hindi ka na nag-stick sa risk exposure mo. What we want to teach the student here is to decide kung hanggang saan yung kaya niyang sikmurahin na risk. That's why we start first. Okay, mag-start ka muna, mag-try ka muna 1% risk exposure. Pag 1%, tingin mo kaya mo, let's try 2%. 2%, medyo okay ka pa. Sige, push natin to 3%. 3%, medyo okay ka pa. Push natin to 4%. Ay, 4%, medyo nafe-feel ko na yan. Okay, sige, nafe-feel mo na yung 4%. Do you want to stop or do you want to go to 5%? Coach, try ko 5%. 5%. Pag 5%, coach, parang medyo gusto ko bumalik. So that's when we recommend, baka mas bagay ka sa etong risk exposure, like maybe 4% or 3%. What we want to see is kung hanggang saan mo kaya. Okay? Para at least ikaw mismo ang makaka-determine kung ano yung magiging risk exposure. Kasi risk exposure is quite subjective. It will really depend on yung tolerance ng tao. So for example, there are some traders hanggang 2% lang ang kaya nila. Kasi yan talaga yung personality nila. Or if you're like me, 5 to 10%, usually yung pinupush ko. That one you have to determine or we will guide you on determining kung ano yung bagay sa'yo. Kapag nalaman mo na yung risk exposure mo, syempre doon na base yung iyong lot sizes. So you will be basing your lot sizes on kung ano yung risk exposure mo.